Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Insider Financial Talks Penny Stocks. My name is Alex Carlson. I will be your host today. I am the editor-in-chief of InsiderFinancial.com, and today we are going to be discussing 4 penny stocks to watch. They are Enzolytics, ENZC on the OTC markets, Naked Brand Group, NAKD on the NASDAQ, Tesoro Enterprises, TSNP on the OTC markets, and Vaxart, VXRT on the NASDAQ. But before we get into that, we have some housekeeping issues. We have no business relationship with any company whose stock is mentioned in this video. Insider Financial and myself are not investment advisors, and this video does not provide investment advice. Always do your own research, make your own investment decisions, or consult with your nearest financial advisor. This video is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. This video is meant for informational and educational purposes only and does not provide investment advice. For more information, please read our full disclaimer at insiderfinancial.com/disclaimer. With that out of the way, remember to smash the thumbs up button if you like this video. Hit the red subscribe button and the little notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live with a new video. Also, go over to signup.insiderfinancial.com. This is where our subscribers get first look at the penny stocks we are going to be covering. Stocks like NEO at $6, MMMEDF at 34 cents, ENZC at 0.001, and TSNP at 0.0008. And with that out of the way, let's get started with today's video. If January is a sign of things to come for 2021, traders and investors are going to make a lot of money this year. And, you know, what we try to do with each video and over here at Insider Financial, we try to not only provide the hottest penny stocks, but also to teach. Remember, if you are trading penny stocks, this is not the same as blue chips. The key is if you want to be successful over the long run, you want to own a basket of penny stocks. For some, that can be as many as 10 to 20 or more penny stocks. We recommend approaching it like a venture capitalist. How does a venture capitalist invest? They invest across 10 or 20 different companies. They are aware that some will go bankrupt. Some they'll maybe break even, but there's going to be a handful of absolute home runs, and those home runs will make up for the losers. So if you have $10,000 to invest, you start out with putting in $250 or $500 into each penny stock. And we recommend it's not about chasing the hottest penny stocks. It's about finding the hottest penny stocks before they are discovered by the crowd. It's about, finding the momentum before it happens and then being patient. Some plays happen in a matter of days. Some take weeks, some months, some could be as long as a year. And it's so important to be patient. For instance, 2 that we're going to be covering, ENZC, TSNP, our subscribers are, some of them are up over 7,000% in ENZC, 36,000% in TSNP. These are life-changing investments. It's not about, making the mortgage payment or the car payment. This is about buying a new car, buying a new house. And, we're not day traders here. We don't do intraday alerts. We're not one to chase the momentum. It just doesn't suit our personality. I don't like the intraday moves. Much more prefer the Warren Buffett style of investing. I like to look at hundreds of different penny stocks every week, do a lot of research, look at the filings, look at the story. If you're looking to day trade, this is Insider Financials not for you. If you are, there's a link to the folks over at True Trading Group. Mike Edward and the team, he's a former hedge fund trader. They really know what they're doing. They do a lot of options, day trading. They have a lot of educational resources, a full-on chat room with moderators. So, check them out if you're looking to day trade and supplement your income. They're a good option. And, when it comes to trading and investing, remember, there's always a bull market somewhere. And that's why we believe it's important for penny stock investors to trade both OTC and NASDAQ or NYSE penny stocks. If you notice with my articles and videos, I cover 2 OTCs, 2 NASDAQ or NYSE penny stocks with each article and video to show you that there's runners in both markets. We really hate when investors pigeonhole themselves into a corner and say, oh, I only trade OTC or I only trade big board penny stocks. You're leaving a lot of money on the table because there's always opportunities. Last year, it was NASDAQ was better than OTC in the first half of the year, and we were playing NASDAQ more than OTC. And we caught runs in SRNE, NEO, INO, IBO, WKHS, and many others. Then once the summer came, many of the COVID runners, they failed to find any momentum. And that's when we pivoted. We were doing more OTC, and we caught the big runs there. So key is being flexible. Flexibility is really will save you a lot of headaches, and it opens yourself up to finding more opportunities. And so far this year, what we're finding is there's no shortage of multi-baggers in both markets. If you look at OTC, right now we're seeing a lot of runners with, stocks with the stop sign. They're catching bid as traders are betting on the companies cleaning up their filings or doing a merger deal. And, with the stop sign, the filings, that indicates that the filings have not been filed on time. But, when we look at a lot of these that, with the stop sign, could be reinstatements coming, company starts communicating with OTC markets, starts communicating on social media with their shareholders. That's a sign that something's bound to happen, and those are some of the best investments you can find. So, examples right now, CYBL, ASTI, SHOM, PLYZ. So, it's been a good opportunity in the OTC on those types of plays. And then, of course, on the NASDAQ and NYSE, we're seeing the epic short squeezes being led by the army of day traders over at Wall Street Bets. And their strategy is simply to find stocks with high short interest, and then it becomes like a run on the bank. And they squeeze the shorts, and you're seeing these monumental moves in GameStop, costs, Bed Bath & Beyond, BLNK, Plug, WKS, and even the dog shit stock Nikola's running. So I wrote a detailed article this week, how to find the next GameStop, that explains how to look for, run your own screens. So there's a link in the description to that. So I'll let you go over that. There's also a video that I did on that. So it's a good educational resource because it's all about education, guys. You are your own, you're running your own trading business, and you have to educate yourself. You have to work on your P&L, and no one's going to do this for you. We are a resource. We try to help, but in the end, it all comes down to you putting in the work and helping yourself. All right, let's get started with today's penny stock. So penny stock number 1 is ENZC. This has dropped off from its recent highs after a Seeking Alpha hit piece. When you do the research as well as we do, we're not... We actually appreciate these hit pieces because we are able to rebut the argument, and they panic some weak longs, and it creates an opportunity to buy the dips. So, it's freedom of speech. They're welcome to go out and say what they want, same as us. So, to each his own, but they are dead wrong on ENZC. The author, he was light on details, and he has clearly no idea what he's talking about, or what ENZC does. The merger that happened with Bioclonetics it's a game changer. In Bioclonetics, it's in the final stage of development of a parent monoclonal antibiotic, which is non-toxic and is shown in initial in vitro testing to be effective against more than 95% of all strains and viral subtypes of HIV-1 against which it has been tested. This is game change. This is a true game changer. And, with the merger completed, it was a perfect merger, which I discussed back in October, that it was a perfect merger, and I'll include the link in the description. Bioclonetics Clone 3, recombinant MABS, it's being combined with Enzolytics flagship compound ITV1. And this is a suspension of inactivated pepsin fragment, which studies have shown is effective in the treatment of HIV. So Enzolytics had one component, Bioclonetics had the other. You put them two together and you got the perfect combination. So this was a very synergistic merger, and if you look at what they're targeting, it's a $37 billion market. So, their current market cap of around 500 million is extremely cheap. So we see it as undervalued. And, there's a number of catalysts coming up that are going to propel the stock higher. Number one is getting all filings current, further updates from what they're doing down at Texas A&M, an update on GMP production, and IND submissions. So these are the near-term catalysts we're expecting. Anything new would be an added bonus. So ENZC is definitely a must-own in the space. Moving on, penny stock number 2 is NAKD. This is running as a beneficiary of the Wall Street Bets crowd. 75% of the float in NAKD is short. So we're seeing this short squeeze, and we think this dip, they're going to reload and squeeze the shorts again. Because we like what NAKD is doing. It's similar to GameStop in that it's also a brick and mortar retailer, but they've taken advantage of the price spike. They've raised $50 million. They're looking to jettison their brick and mortar division and go solely online. So this is a turnaround play, and we like what management is doing. And what they had said, in the current environment, our capital-intensive brick-and-mortar legacy business has proven challenging to sustain. This divestiture will allow us to remove all group debt and transition to a pure-play, technology-rich e-commerce platform focused on intimate apparel with our existing digital business. So it's already their existing digital business already generating $20 million in the U.S. And now that they get focused on doing digital only, I think this will really be a great turnaround play. And combined with the heavy short interest, management executes, this short squeeze is going to keep happening. Moving on. Penny stock number 3 is TSNP. This is another penny stock that's backed off the highs as the short sellers have gotten aggressive on it. We've covered TSNP extensively here at Insider Financial. You can go back to November. We said the TSNP Humble merger is a really big deal, and we got a lot of coverage. You can just go in this little search box here and type in TSNP, and you can see the full selection of what we've written and what we've covered. So we're big fans of TSNP. We really like Brian Foote, the CEO, and what the folks there are doing. But guys, as we've said here repeatedly, you go and look at my videos. Guys, don't be buying on greed days. Just be patient. Wait for the red days. This is when you want to buy these good quality penny stocks. Wait for the dip. Be patient, and that's what we're seeing here in TSNP. And when I say buy the dip, that's if you missed the initial alert. If you didn't get in on the ground floor, if you're late to the party, buy the dip. Wait for the red days, and that's where you can, make some money. But if you're getting in early, then it's okay to be buying green, because you're getting in early, and that's when it's going to create the enthusiasm, and investors start covering it. So first day green, it usually leads to multi-day runners. So again, just a little education there for you, for newbies to penny stocks. Last week we covered the investor call. There's a link to the video in the description. You'll want to watch that. They're really making some big moves there. Just this week, they launched 2 new divisions, their financial division and their Humble X shops. Humble Financial will soon offer trusted third-party financial services in areas like investments, credit card services, and lending. Humble Financial is really looking to be the Ant Financial of Alibaba. So, that's what the model they're going after. They're looking at what Alibaba, Jack Ma has done with Alibaba, Alipay, and Ant Financial, and that's a winning model. The Humble Financial Division will launch first from its Singapore offices by providing blockchain indexes, proprietary trading algorithms, and financial services for new digital asset trading markets. Humble X Shop will offer affordable Humble clothing and merchandise for supporters of the Humble brand, as well as memorabilia and collectibles. So what they're looking to do is they're also offering Origin Assurance, which will look to authenticate items on the blockchain. So, the last Seeking Alpha, they did a hit piece on TSNP back in December, on December 14th, when the stock closed at 17 cents a share. All we can say is, don't listen to the shorts. Listening to them, it's a losing strategy, as evidenced by what's happened in GameStop, NAKD, TSNP, ENZC, AMC, and countless other stocks. Don't let them scare you out of, getting out of a great stock. So, if you listen to the short on TSNP on December 14th at 17 cents a share, you sold early, and you left a lot of money on the table. So don't let them panic you out of a good stock like TSNP, ENZC, or NAKD. Lastly is VXRT. We first covered VXRT last June when it was still a penny stock. So, technically, guys, it's not a penny stock, but when we first covered it was a penny stock. And, this is what you want to cover. You want a penny stock that, that no longer, you want to invest in a penny stock that no longer is a penny stock, that it transitions to, the $10, $20 range. So we're always happy when these, become runners. And what's exciting about VXRT is that it's the only company in Operation Warp Speed with an oral room temperature stable tablet. On Monday, coming up this week, Vaxart is anticipated to release data from its phase 1 COVID-19 trial. This release will set the tone for the trading week. Last week, Vaxart said the latest data from the SARS-CoV-2 hamster challenge study reinforces our belief that our oral COVID-19 vaccine candidate shows great promise. Our oral vaccine could help fight the COVID-19 epidemic globally because it is stable at room temperature, making it easier to transport, store, and administer than injectables. It also may appeal to those uncomfortable with injections. So an oral tablet is a game changer. You have the issues with the Pfizer vaccine that it needs to be stored at ultra cold temperatures. This Vaxart's vaccine does not. So this would be a really game changer. And furthermore, what we really like about VXRT is this is another name that the shorts are betting against heavily. 33% of the float is short, so we can see a huge move, guys, if the data is positive this week. So we like what we're seeing with Vaxart, and we're banking on that a big short squeeze this week. So that's definitely one to be paying attention to. And bottom line, guys, these 4 need to be on your radar. There's always opportunities in the markets. It's our job to find winning stocks. We found one. We're going to be alerting Monday morning at the bell. So make sure you are on our email list. So go to signup.insiderfinancial.com, get on our email list. If after you sign up with your email, it gives you the option to also sign up with your mobile. It only works for US numbers. So, guys, if it's U.S. numbers, you can get on our text list. If you're outside the U.S., don't worry. You will still get our email alerts. So don't worry about that. I wish everyone a great weekend. Remember to study, do your homework, do your research, and take control of your financial future. So it's a great opportunity, great time to be an investor. Been an incredible January. It was an incredible 2020. So far, it's been an incredible January. So we think this is going to be another big year for penny stock investors, and let's ride it to the moon. So good luck, guys. Thank you very much for listening, watching, subscribing, and be coming live to you soon with a new video shortly. Thank you. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.